Hello and welcome. My name is Vakila here. Welcome to the practical demonstration of the major pentatonic scale first position. Showed you the diagram on neck diagram in the lessons that I loaded earlier on. And if you pick that diagram and then you can look at the shape now as I demonstrated, try to follow it. So in this lesson or tutorial, I'm going to show you first the frets where you play the G major pentatonic scale. As an introduction, any scale or any scale with n number of notes has n number of modes. So it follows a scale with five notes will have 5 modes. A scale with 7 notes will have 7 modes. For example, the major scale will have 7 modes because it's got 5 notes. So it's got 7 notes. And a major pentatonic scale has 5 notes, so it's going to have 5 modes. Okay, so the first mode, and normally the modes have their names. And the first mode of the major pentatonic scale is called the major pentatonic mode. Okay, mode 1, which is mode 1. Okay, so and the first position is this position here where the G is on the 3rd string. Sorry, on the 3rd fret, 6th string, and the chord that you find there is the E shape of the G major chord, which is this one. Okay, now let me show you how to fret this or to finger the scale as you play it. There's the blues way, which uses 2 fingers. Okay, because this is a 2-note per string kind of scale. So let's go. Okay, so it's up and down. Now the right hand, for your own information, is doing alternate picking. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. And alternate picking is very good because it's very fast. You can develop your speed using alternate picking, pretty much easier than any other type of picking. So that's alternate picking there. The other way of picking or fingering this is the 1 note per string where you assign fingers. Each finger is assigned to a fret. Any note that falls in the fret is fretted by that finger. Okay. So let's start. Okay, that's another one. The other one is where you can change fingering to suit your situation there, or to make sure it's convenient for you. This is the way I'm showing you now. With this one, there's no strict rule on whether you should assign a finger to anything. You have to do it according to how you're playing it, how it fits you. Okay, according to how it's comfortable to you. You know. The next thing we're going to talk about is how you should practice this. You should practice this up and down. If you're starting, or when you start this, let me put it that way. When you start this, suppose you've never played this before. The first thing you have to do is to locate the roots. There is a root there, and then you play it to the octave. Say, that's an octave there. Now you go back. That's what you do is you break down the scale. Okay. Now from that octave you can go down. You go. If you make a mistake, just make sure you like that. You ended that G there, go back. Like that. And then now you can join the two parts together once you're comfortable with the especially places where changes take place, where you have to adjust for a fret or something like that, especially on the between the second string and the third string. Okay, now once you've done that, you can play the whole scale. What you can do first time around, you can play without a metronome, and then when you have mastered the shape, you can then go on to put a drum or a metronome. Start with a slow drum. Okay, so when you do that, you increase your speed, or you choose a different drum which is a little bit faster, or you increase that drum's speed or tempo if you want, and you find that you start developing a little bit more on speed wise. So let's go to the next drum there. That's beautiful there. Now the other thing that I have to mention to you, when you're playing this scale, or any scale for that matter, you have to learn to end it or on a root, or on the root of that scale. Let's say, for example, in this one, you're coming from down here. If you're coming from this highest note, you go. You have to end with that. You've gone to this second then. Now, like I told you, the formula for this scale, which is the major pentatonic scale, is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and back to 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and back to 1. Okay. So it means in the major scale you shaved off the 4th and the 7th. So you remain with the major pentatonic scale. The tonality is major because you still have a 3 there, a major third. Okay, you have a major third. That's why the tonality is major. That's why it's called a major pentatonic. The majorness there comes from the fact that the third is a major third. Okay, so just put that in mind. Okay. So if you had to count this, is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so you gotta get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay, so it means the scale ends on number 2 there, on the highest string there, which is string number 1. So you gotta adjust it when you're playing that way. Okay, towards the floor. Okay, playing towards the ceiling, you actually end on the root, so you're not too worried. Now you can actually do that flick, which is just to at least to give you a bit of the sense of what scale you are in. You see, end on the root. You know, so let's practice that again. So that's a beautiful sound there. I don't know, beautiful sound. And once you start using that scale there, which we're going to do in the next tutorial, oh, you will enjoy it. Thank you very much. My name is Vukile. I'll meet you in the next tutorial where we will talk about how to apply this scale and where we will apply sequences, techniques, and a lot more besides on the scale, so that we may get to understand it. This is a series, by the way, so make sure you master each stage of this series of the first position of the major pentatonic scale. We're going to rigorously do other positions as well, and we want to make sure we know the scale and we know how to fret it and we know how to apply it, and then we also know how to move around or to change key. So we're going to do that in the following programs. Okay, following episodes. So my name is Vukile. I urge you to subscribe. And cheers. Bye.